What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Commander Deck Tech. Today we are doing Gishath Sun's Avatar updated because I did a Gishath deck tech um, probably a year or more ago. Um, it used to be Zakama now, and then I switched it to Gishath, and now it is a updated Gishath. This one's a little more dino focused. The last one we didn't have this many dinos. There's been a lot of great sets that came out since I did that updated one. A lot of great dinos, things like that. So we updated Gishath. So Gishath Sun's Avatar. It's an 8 drop, Trample, Vigilance, Haste. When Gishath Sun's Avatar deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Put any number of dinosaur creature cards among them onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of the library in random order. So we're getting dinos. We're getting lots of dinos. Okay. It's a 7/6 Vigilance, Trample, Haste. So tons of great things on Gishath. Let's jump into this, guys. Like always, link to the deck list is in the description box. Feel free to go check out the entire deck list. If you want to buy some of these cards, you want to check out these cards, all there in the link, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. Is there anything you guys would run? Anything maybe that's not in here that I don't know of? You never know. And like the last few deck techs, I am shouting out Architect. We are doing the deck tech here on Architect. I do have the deck in paper. I just feel like you guys can see the cards better here on Architect. So we're going to do them here on Architect, and that's where we've been doing it. Also on Architect, they got access to all the online card places to buy cards. In case you guys are looking to buy this deck, you can check them all out. I prefer Card Kingdom. That's just me, because I prefer to get all my stuff in one package. So if I can't get to my LGS, I try to order them on Card Kingdom. Last but not least, like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let me know what other Commander deck techs you guys want down below. And let's jump into this deck, starting with the artifacts. We got Arcane Signet, Commander Sphere, Dino DNA. So this one is a fun card. Pay 1, tap it, exile target creature card from a graveyard, activate only as a sorcery. Pay 6, create a token that's a copy of target creature card, exile with Dino DNA, except it's a 6/6 green dinosaur with trample. So there's a number of things you can hit off of this. Any one of your dinosaurs, obviously, but then making some copies. Lightning Greaves, Soul Ring, obviously, and Vanquisher's Banner. Vanquisher's Banner puts in work in this game, in this deck. We are playing a lot of dinosaurs. Now, Vanquisher's Banner does say when you cast a creature spell, the chosen type, draw a card. It's in here more for the Anthem effect than the draw, but there is times where if Gishath keeps getting blown up, you are going to cast some of your dinosaurs, so this will trigger. We're running 42 creatures in the deck. I believe it was 31 dinos in the deck, so lots and lots of creatures. Some cheaper ones, some more expensive ones, some cost reducers, some Anthem, like Lord effects. So let's jump into this. Annoyed Altasaur, Reach, Trample, Cascade, as Torikin Seer, tap to add a mana of any one color, sacrifice or return target dinosaur card from your graveyard to your hand. Belligerent Yearling gets trample when another dinosaur enters the battlefield under your control. You can have Belligerent Yearling's base power become equal to that creature's power. So this card with like Gishath or with Zakama or some of your bigger ones is great. Bellowing Aegisaur, Burning Sun's Avatar, charging Montresaur, charging Tuscadon. Atali Primal Storm, I love Atali in this deck. When it attacks, you exile the top card of each player's library, and then you may cast any number of non-land cards exiled this way without paying or mana cost. Great card. Forerunner of the Empire. When it enters, you may search your library for a dinosaur card, reel it, shuffle it, put it on top. And when a dinosaur enters the battlefield, you may have Forerunner of the Empire deal 1 damage to each creature. This works really well with some of our Enrage effect dinos in the deck, and to deal with some like token decks, for instance, that run a lot of 1/1s. Our big dinosaurs generally aren't going to die from 1 damage or 2 damage. So this, while we're playing the dinos, helps kind of ping out some of the weaker creatures. Galta and Maven, Gorging Ceratops, Hulking Raptor, Firstborn of Gishath. I love this card. It's a 2/3 for 2 with haste. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. So, obviously, you play this after like Galta and Maven or something, you're dealing 12 damage to a creature. We got the Lore Keeper. We can tap it for 1 mana of any color and only spend this mana to cast a dinosaur spell or activate an ability of a dinosaur source. Kinjali Caller makes our dinosaur spell cheaper, 1 cheaper. The Kinjali Sunwing, creatures opponents control enter tapped, and it is a 2/3 flyer. Knight of the Stampede, our dinosaur spells cost 2 less to cast. So the Knight of the Stampede and the Caller are great to make the stuff cheaper, especially with an 8-drop commander. Magus of the Wheel, pay a green, sacrifice Magus and another green creature, search your library for a green creature card and put it on the battlefield. Otepec Huntsmaster makes our dinosaurs 1 cheaper, and you can tap and give a dinosaur haste. So between this, the Stampede, and the Caller, you can make our dinosaur spells cost 4 less, which is great with a commander like Gishath that's 8 mana, and also with creatures like Zakama, for instance, at 9 mana. Just another way to get stuff out cheaper. Peloni's Hatcher. Other dinosaurs you control have haste. When it enters the battlefield, create 2/0/1 green dinosaur egg creature tokens at the beginning of your combat. If you control 1 or more eggs, sacrifice an egg, create a 3/3 green dinosaur token. Panicked Altosaur, you can tap it to deal 2 damage to each opponent. Polyraptor, it has that Enrage ability, which is great with the Forerunner that I mentioned earlier. Quartz Crasher, it makes XX tokens, where X is the amount of damage creatures with trampled have done to that player. So when 1 or more creatures you control with trampled deal combat damage to a player, create an XX green dinosaur token. So, where X is equal to the damage. So this can get big really, really fast because a lot of our dinos have trample. Raging Regisaur, when it attacks, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. 1 damage doesn't seem like much, but it does add up. Raging Swordtooth, when it enters the battlefield, deal 1 damage to each other creature on the board, which I'll activate our Enrage on some of our other dinosaurs. Rampaging Ceratops can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Raging Raptors has Enrage. When it's dealt damage, you can search your library for a basic land card. Ravenous Daggertooth has Enrage. When it's dealt damage, you gain 2 life. Regisaur Alpha. Other dinosaurs control have Ace. When it enters, create a 3/3 green dino with trample. Siegehorn Ceratops. When it's dealt damage, put 2+1/+1 counters on it. Silverclad Ferocidons, another great Enrage one. Whenever it's dealt damage, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. Snapping Sailback puts counters when it's dealt damage. Temple Altosaur, if a source would deal damage to another dinosaur you control, prevent all that damage but 1. Territorial Hammer Skull. Tap target creature and opponent controls when it attacks. So that's before blocks. The Tarrasque, when it's cast, it gets haste and ward 10. When it attacks, it fights another creature defending player controls. Thrashing Brontodon, Thunder Spineback. That's another Anthem, like a Lord type effect. Titanic Rex. Now this is one. So if you cycle it, you put a trample counter on target creature you control. It's an 11/11 with trample. This off of Gishath is great. And if it gets clumped in the hand, you just cycle it to draw a card. Verdant Sun's Avatar, whenever this or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So lots of life gain in that one. Waking Sun's Avatar, when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, destroy all non-dinosaur creatures. Zakama. I remember when Zakama was like $80 or 50, yeah, it was like 50 or $80. I actually bought our Zakama when it was 30 something, so that was nuts. Now it's down to $1.79. I can't believe it. And then the last one is the Talpa. Flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, and indestructible. It's a 4/8. So just a great card all around. Enchantments, we're doing Garrick's Uprising, Rhythm of the Wild, and Smothering Tide. Kind of self-explanatory stuff. We're playing big dinosaurs, so Garrick's Uprising is going to trigger a lot. Rhythm of the Wild, so our stuff can swing right away. Smothering Tide, because it's commander, people draw a lot of cards. So, Instance, Chaos War, Eerie Interlude, Fog, Harrow, Crossing Grip, Make a Stand, Return to Dust, Roiling Regrowth, Settle the Records, and Source Plowshares. I want to mention the Eerie Interlude. This is like a budget Teferi's Protection. Exile any number of target creatures you can control, return those creatures to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So if somebody board wipes and you have the mana up, you just kind of blink all your dinosaurs out until at the end of the turn. So by then the board wipe will be done off the stack, and then you still got all your dinosaurs. And then for sorcerers, commune with dinosaurs, cultivate, end hostilities, Farseek, Kodama's Reach, and Sky Shroud Claim, because we want to make sure we're hitting our land drops. Our commander is an 8-drop, so we want to make sure we're getting those and recasting him as often as we can. So, guys, that is the deck tech updated for Gishath. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe, like always. And if you have any suggestions for the deck, leave them in the comment section too. Because I've been playing Magic for like 10 years. I don't know all the cards out there. There's so many sets they're dropping. There might be stuff that I've missed. And I'll see you guys in the next one.